Okay, I'm back for our lesson for geometric sequence and series. And this is now the part 2 of our lesson, and we will be discussing the sum of geometric series. Okay, before we proceed to the lesson proper, let us first define again a geometric sequence. It is a sequence whose consecutive terms have a common ratio. And a sequence is geometric if the ratios of consecutive terms are the same. So katulad ng mga ginawa natin sa previous video, the second term divided by the first term should be equal to the third term divided by the second term, the fourth term divided by the third term, and so on and so forth. And if they have the same ratio, we have now that is what we call the common ratio that is denoted by letter R. So let's have a brief review. So 2, 4, 8, 16. Is this sequence geometric? Okay, very good. The sequence is geometric. So the formula is 2 raised to n. Okay, the next one. 12, 36, 108, 324. Is this geometric sequence? Okay, yes, it is a geometric sequence with the formula 4 times 3 raised to n. Okay, going back to the example na una 2, 4, 8, 16, what is the common ratio? Okay, the common ratio is 2. What about in the next geometric sequence? What is the common ratio? That is 3. Very good. And now we have the third one, 1, 4, 9, 16. Is it a geometric sequence? Okay, para malaman mo kung geometric sequence, kunin mo ulit yung ratio. 4 divided by 1 should be equal to 9 divided by 4 should be equal to 16 divided by 9. May nakuha ka bang the same na ratio? No, since 1, 4, 9, 16 is not a geometric sequence. Okay? So, kung naintindihan nyo na yan, so let's proceed to the next. So, when we find the nth term of geometric sequence, we use the formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, to find the ratio, we get the quotient of the second term and the first term. Okay, example. Write the first 5 terms of the geometric sequence whose first term is 9 and the ratio is 1/3. So we have the first 5 terms. 9, 3, 1, 1/3, 1/9. So find the 15th term of geometric sequence whose first term is 20 and common ratio is 1.05. Okay, using the formula. Okay, substitution. And simplify first the exponent. Then use your calculator. There you have it. We have now the 15th term is 39.599. Find a formula for the nth term. 5, 15, 45. So first we need to determine the ratio. That is 5. 3. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, we have now the 9th term. What is the 9th term? So, substitute natin. So, we have 32,805. So, again, siguro may error lang. Siguro 9th term yung kanina. Siguro 9th term yung nth dyan. Okay, so, we have now the formula for finding the sum of a finite geometric series. Finite na, ibig sabihin, the geometric series has an ending. So, the first term, the S sub n is equal to a sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n over 1 minus r. Okay? Okay, so, example, find the sum of the first 12 terms of a geometric series. 4 times 0.3 raised to n. So, ganyan ang itsura niya. So, from the first n, second, third, up to 12. Okay? So, yun lang yung papalitan natin kasi yun ang ating rule. 4 times 0.3 raised to n. So, by using the formula, we have the first term. We have r. We have n. Okay, so r is 0.3. The 12th term, the sum of the 12 terms, the first 12 terms is 1.714. Okay, next, find the sum of the first 5 terms of the series 5 third, 5, 15. Okay, so get first the ratio. So the ratio 5 divided by 5 third is equal to 3. Paano kaya nakuha yon? So simply, 5 divided by 5 third. So, we multiply ito sa reciprocal ng ating denominator, which is 5 third. That will become 3 fifth. So 5 times 3 fifth, we have to 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we have 3. Okay? Okay, so use the formula. We have the first term and r. So substitution 3 fifth minus 5 third minus 5 third times 3 raised to 5 over 1 minus 3. Since 3 ang r at 5 third ang a sub 1. Then, we have the sum of the first 5 terms is 605 over 3. Okay, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13 is an example of arithmetic. Infinite arithmetic. Bakit infinite? Kasi unending. Bakit arithmetic? Let us try to look at the sequence. Hindi naman siya geometric dahil ang meron sa kanya ay common difference, which is equal to 3. To get the next term, we add 3, 13 at 1 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 3, 13. Okay, and so on and so forth. So, the formula, ay may sum ba siya? Wala. So, if we have an infinite arithmetic series, we cannot get the sum. Okay, 3, 7, 11, up to 51. So, 3, 7. So, the common difference is 4. 3 plus 7, 4 plus 7, 11, so on and so forth. So, that, since my ending hanggang 51, my last term, we call that an finite arithmetic. Okay? So, could we find the sum? Yes, of course. by using the formula, S sub n is equal to n over 2 times a1 plus an. Okay? So the next sequence, 1, 2, 4 up to 64. So 1, 2, 4 up to 64. Which type of arithmetic, which type of sequence is that? So if we are to try to find the common difference, 2 and 1, 1, 4 and 2, that is 2. So magkaiba na siya. Hindi na siya arithmetic sequence. So let us try to get the, if it has a common ratio, 2 divided by 1, that is 2. 4 divided by 2, that is 2. And now we have, sa first 3 terms, meron tayong common ratio. So, this is an example of a geometric sequence. Pero since my last term, which is 64, then we have a finite geometric sequence. So, could we find the sum? Pag finite geometric, of course, we could find the sum by using the formula S sub n is equal to a1 times r raised to n minus 1. This is exponent, minus 1. Okay, over r minus 1. Sorry for the typographical error. Typo lang yan. Okay? So the next one, we have 1, 2, 4, 8. And so on and so forth. Since there is an ellipsis, we could be sure that it is an infinite sequence. But we are not sure if it is arithmetic or geometric. Ano ba siya? So, trying to look at it, magkakaiba ang kanyang common difference. Then, it might be geometric. So, 2 divided by 1, diba? Parang yung nauna lang. Okay? 1, 2, 4. So, that is an example of an infinite geometric. Okay, could we find the sum? Okay, there is no sum. Kapag ang ratio natin is greater than or equal to 1, o sa infinite sequence, there is no sum. Okay, ganun din kapag less than or equal to negative 1, we could not find the sum. Okay? What about the ratio, the sequence 3, 1, 1/3, 1, 9, 1 over 27. Okay, 1 divided by 3 is 1/3. 1/3 divided by 1, that's 1/3. Oh. 1/9 divided by 1/3, that is 1/3. 127 divided by 1/9, that is 1/3. So we now have a common ratio. Since there is also, again, an ellipsis, that is an infinite geometric. Okay? Sabi ko sa previous video natin, kapag papaliit ng papaliit ang ating geometric, ang ating sequence, o ang ating geometric sequence, kapag papalit ng papalit, the chances are the value of r is a fraction or a decimal number that is less than 1. So that is an infinite geometric where r is less than 1. Okay? 1/3 kasi. Pero ang makuha natin siya, may sum ang infinite geometric kapag ang r mo ay in between negative 1 to positive 1. Ay in between or from negative 1 to positive 1. Okay? So we use the formula S sub n is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. So ito na yung next nating pag-aaralan. So, example, we have find the sum, if possible, 1 plus 1 half plus 1/4 plus 1/8 plus 1/16 plus 1 over 32 and so on and so forth. That will be an ending. So, So that is an example of an infinite geometric sequence. So ano kaya ang kanyang ratio? So 1/2 divided by 1 is 1/2. So to be able for you to get the next term, di ba? That is multiply it to 1/2. Okay? So uh, to be sure, we could find the sum of that infinite geometric sequence since the value of r is uh, ranging from -1 to +1. So yes, we could find the sum. So using the formula, s is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r is equal to 1 over 1 minus r is 1/2. So 1 minus 1/2, that is 1/2. So the quotient is equivalent to 2. So how to solve this type of problem na may fraction sa denominator? So simply, get first the difference of this one, which is equivalent to 1/2. So 1 divided by 1/2 is the same as 1 multiplied to the reciprocal of this the denominator. So we have 2 over 1. 1 times 2 divided by 1. So we now have 2. Ganun lang po ka-simple sumagot ng fraction. So find the sum if possible. 2/3, 1/3, 2/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/6 plus 1/12 plus and so on and so forth. Okay, let us first determine the ratio or the common ratio. Okay, so 1/3 divided by 2/3 is equal to 1/6 divided by 1/3, which is equal to 1/2. So check natin kung paano nakuha yung ito. So 1/3 divided by 2/3 is the same as 1/3 times 3 over 2. Okay, so we have 1 times 3 or time divided by 3 times 2 or cancel out para ma-simplify. So we have now 1/2. Same is true with 1/6 divided by 1/3, which is the same as multiplying the numerator to the reciprocal of the denominator, that is 3 over 1. So 1 times 3 is 3, and 6 times 1 we have 6, that is 3 over 6. To simplify, we have 1/2. So there is a common ratio. Okay, so the common ratio is nasa loob ng -1 to 1. Okay? Or within -1 to 1. So sure, we could find the sum. So by substitution, okay, 2/3 divided by 1 minus 1/2 is equal to 4/3. Again, paano ulit nakuha si 4/3? So we are to solve for this ng mano-mano. So 2/3 divided by 1 minus 1/2 is equal to 2/3 divided over 1/2. 1 minus 1/2 is 1/2. So this is the same kapag division of fractions, you multiply the numerator. This is the numerator. 2/3. Multiply it to the reciprocal of the denominator, which is 1/2. What is it? The reciprocal of the 1/2, that is 2 over 1. So we multiply the numerator and then the denominator. So numerator times numerator, that is 4. Denominator times denominator, that is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. So we have now the sum is 4/3. Okay, next one. Find the sum if possible. 2/7 plus 4/7 plus 8/7. Meron kaya siyang common ratio? Okay. So, upon solving for r is equal to 2. Pwede kaya natin makuha ang kanyang sum? No. Okay? Since r is greater than 1. So, it is impossible for us to get the sum. So, there's no sum. Okay, 10 plus 5 half plus and so on and so forth. Okay? Getting the ratio 5 divided by 10, that is 1/2. Okay? So, yes, 1/2 is somewhere between -1 to 1. So, we could find the ratio. So, we have now to substitute 10 over 1 minus 1/2. So, 1 minus 1/2 is 1/2. So, 10 divided by 1/2 or 10 times uh, 2 is 20. So, the sum is 20. So, we have a problem. Okay, a ball is dropped from a height of 50 feet. It rebounds 4/5 of its height and continues this pattern until it stops. How far does the travel ball? So, ang gusto natin malaman dito sa problem is nahulog ang bola ng 50 feet. So, since bola siya, magbabounce siya, okay? At ang pagbabounce niya ay 4/5 nung current height. So, from 50, bababa, yung 4/5 ng 50, ano yung 4/5 ng 50? That is 40. Okay? Then, hanggang sa tumigil siya mag-bounce. So, ano kaya yung total ng distance nung kanyang tinravel hanggang sa mag-stop siya? Okay? So, paghulog ng bola, that is 50 feet. Kunwari, let us illustrate para mas maintindihan natin. Okay? So, ayun, umakyat ulit ng 40. Okay, bumaba ng 40, di ba? 32, bounce ulit. Pagbaba, 32, okay. Okay. So, yes, we could find the bouncing of the ball shows a geometric sequence. So, we could find the sum hanggang sa tumigil na siyang mag-stop. Tumigil na siyang mag-stop. Tumigil na siyang mag-bounce. So, by substitution, the first term is 50 and r is 4/5. So, upon substitution, we arrive with the sum the ball travels 450 feet until it stops bouncing. Okay? Another one, a ball is thrown 100 feet into air. It rebounds 3/4 of its height and continues this pattern until it stops. How far does the ball travel? Just like the problem a while back, ganon din yung ating problem. So, 100 feet into the air, it rebounds 3/4. Okay, let us illustrate. Okay. Yung 3/4 ni 100, 75. Another 3/4 ni 75. So, 225/4. Okay, hanggang sa tumigil siya na mag-bounce. Hanggang palit ng palit. Okay, hanggang mag-stop. So, it travels 800 feet. Yung total ng pag-bounce niya lahat ay 800 feet. Okay? Okay. Now, we are to discuss how do we write it in terms of summation notation, since a sequence can be written and represented by summation notation. So it's like that. Okay, we have the index of summation, the upper limit of summation, and the lower limit. So yung lower limit is yung first value ng ating n up to the last. So example, we have this, the summation of the sum of 4n where n is equal to 1 up to 5. So si n, sinubstitute lang natin ng 1 hanggang 5. So 4n, 4 is to 1. O, di ba? Hanggang 5. So we have 4 is to 1, 4 is to 2, 4 is to 3, 4 is 4, and 4 is to 5. Yun lang ang ibig sabihin ni sign na E. That is sigma. Okay? So the sum of 4 is to n, where n is equal to 1 up to 5, is 1,364. Find the sum of 4 times 0.3 raised to n, where n is equal to 1 up to 12. Okay, so may parenthesis yan. So write out our few terms. So yan yung pagkakasulat ng ating term. So nakalimutan yung parenthesis. Katulad nga na sinabi ko, may pagkakaiba kapag walang parenthesis. Okay? So, sinulat na natin up to 12 term. Okay? So, ginawa natin na may ellipsis and we ended sa n is equal to 12. So, our first term is 4 and the ratio is 0.3 and n is equal to 12. So, substitute na natin. Okay? Then, the sum of 4 times 0.3 raised to n, where n is equal to 1 up to 12, is approximately 1.714. Okay. If the index began at 0, yung index natin ito. So, you would have to adjust your formula. For example, like that. So, i-raise din natin sa 0 ang ating first term. Ito. I-raise natin sa 0. So, 0.3 raised to 0. Any number or any value that is raised to 0 is equal to 1. So, times 4. So, parang nag-plus 4 lang tayo dito. So, that is 5.714. Okay. So, the sum of 6 times 3/5 raised to n, where b is equal to 0, dapat n yan eh. N is equal to 0 up to infinite. So, walang katapusan. Okay. Raised to 1, raised to 2, and so on up to n. So, since infinite, okay, we use the formula a sub 1 over 1 minus r. So, ang ratio natin is 3/5. So, first term is 6. So, the sum of 6 times 3/5 raised to n, where n is equal to 0 up to infinite, is 15. Okay? So, that would be all for today. And I would like to thank you for always listening to this lesson. Kasi alam naman natin na mahirap, hindi pa tayo pwede mag-meet to meet kahit gustong gusto na namin kayong makita at makilala personally at maturuan na din. Okay? So, and that concludes our video lesson for today. Keep safe and have a great day. Goodbye!